Dude, that was awesome. That was awesome from that guy. Dude, that was so cool.
That is that Haymaker Punch Jig for you right there, buddy. Grab her, grab her. That's called dropping a haymaker on him right there, buddy.
That was awesome.
She got my bug out of there. Oh man,
that was so cool. You know what I don't know if the camera got, but she slurped something in the corner and you flipped that haymaker over just like a follow-up bait for a frog and she hammered it.
That was awesome. That was
Holy
awesome.
crap.
That's called dropping a haymaker on him, baby.
That was so cool.
That was great.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
what a beautiful bass.
That was awesome.
What a beautiful
Woo.
bass.
Dropping a haymaker on it. That was awesome. Hey folks, one of the coolest new products to come out in a long time is the Bailey Baits Haymaker Punch Jig. This guy right here is quickly becoming I gotta have it when I'm punching. You know, I never used to be a fan of putting a skirt on my punch baits, but the way that Bailey Baits, Stan Bailey, has designed this particular rig, he's got the tungsten sinker, but the skirt is part of the sinker, so that when this thing penetrates through, the whole skirt collapses, everything gets small, goes through, and then when it hits the bottom, the skirt puffs out. And then again, on the reverse, as you're extracting your bait through that heavy vegetation, the skirt collapses again and comes out clean. And then when you go to pitch to the next spot, everything collapses back down, goes back through, it hits the bottom, or you pull it up and suspend it and shake it like I do a lot, that skirt will flare. You'll get that full flare effect. Absolutely awesome. The other thing that I like that Stan has done is he's designed the bottom of this punch jig in a way so that it makes the hook kick extra hard in an upward direction because of the way that he's got the bottom designed on this thing. It really helps keep those fish pinned, gets a really good hook penetration in that fish's mouth or inside the roof of the inside of his mouth when he's in that heavy vegetation, and you'll get your hands on more of those fish with the design of the bottom of this punch jig. When you're punching, get yourself some 80 to 100 pound braid, okay? Put you a couple of bobber stops up on there. Grab you a Haymaker Punch Jig from Bailey Baits. Put that line right through there. And grab your favorite hook, your favorite style hook. Some guys like to use a straight shank hook, some guys like to use an offset. And then I'm just gonna tie a quick snail knot, wrap it 5 times, cinch it up, slide your bobber stop down. We're gonna grab a piece of plastic for this guy. We're gonna rig that thing, Texas style. Put it right up on that hook. Embed your hook point. And you are set. You are ready to go. Look at the way that that hook kicks. It kicks at almost a 90-degree angle because of the design of the Haymaker Punch Jig. That is just absolutely awesome. I love that feature about this bait. Let's go fishing. The Haymaker, drop the Haymaker on her. Bailey Baits Punch Jig. Get it done. When you're frog fishing, make sure that especially when you're frog fishing in heavy matted vegetation, make sure that you've always got a follow-up bait. This is a Haymaker Punch Jig by Bailey Baits. It is absolutely awesome. Those of you that like to add a skirt to your punch bait, Bailey Baits has got the skirt added to the tungsten sinker. This is an 1.5 ounces. I've got a crawdad imitation. I've got the 1.5 ounce Bailey Baits punch skirt. It just slides right down there. Pull my bobber stops down there, keep everything nice and tight and compact. And as these frogfish, ooh, they miss your bait or you miss them, that fish just gave you its address. So we're gonna go right into the living room with this guy right here. She's not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. I'm gonna drop a haymaker on her. Oh, God! I'll tell you what, those frogfish that don't want to cooperate, or if you're just going to go punching, you have got to get you a haymaker from Bailey Baits. Golly, this stuff is so thick. Where's my bait? Wow. That is how you do a follow-up. When you get a bass that misses your frog, drop a haymaker on him. Grab a Bailey Baits punch jig, that right there, with that tungsten. You've got that skirt. You can flip into the heaviest cover that you want to and extract some of these really nice bass after they miss that frog. Golly, that was just awesome. That was very cool.
Go, girl. You guys have got to see some really cool fish catches on the new Bailey Baits punch jig called the Haymaker. Now, a lot of you guys that punch know that we like to use big heavy punch hooks with a snell knot. And we all know how much of a pain that is to take that snell knot and cut it off and pull it off of your hook and then retie and get everything going when you want to change colors of your skirt. Well, what Bailey Baits has done with this design, and I'm going to show you, is like right now we're fishing a crawdad pattern and I want to switch over to a bluegill pattern and I don't want to have to untie everything to do that. So check this out. Pull my trailer off, get rid of my crawdad trailer. I've got a bluegill trailer ready to go. And with the Bailey Baits weight and the way this skirt attaches to the weight, I can pull this right off, slide it down, pop the hook through the skirt, just like a spinnerbait skirt for those of you guys that like to change your spinnerbait skirts. Remove my crawdad pattern. Pick any color skirt that you have confidence in. Even make your own custom skirts. Bailey Baits has skirts available in their custom colors as well, and they will be available to you shortly. I'm gonna take this right here. Most of you have a Cinco tool, which is all I'm gonna use right now. I put a little bit of smelly jelly on it. Any lubricant will work, but smelly jelly is what we keep in the boat. I'm gonna feed that right onto my Cinco tool. Right through the center of the skirt. Slides right on. We'll slide it up. And you'll notice that I've cut a groove into the Cinco tool. What that's going to allow me to do is slide the skirt up onto that groove, take my punch hook, run it right, if you can see that, you can run that right down that groove that I've cut into the Senko tool, through the skirt, wrap it around the O-ring, like so. That hook stays in the Senko tool. I take the Bailey Baits weight, I drop it right into the top of the Senko tool. I take my new skirt, I slide it right up onto the weight, right into the keeper of the weight, and bam, I'm throwing a bluegill pattern without having to retie anything. I got my bluegill trailer now. I'm gonna put that on there. Get that all rigged up on my Mustad grip pin hook. Rig it weedless for punching. Back down, bobber stoppers. I'm good to go. I went from a crawdad to a bluegill pattern. I hope that tip helps you guys out, and I hope you guys take a look at these new Bailey baits. They're awesome.
Come here, you. Oh. That's how you drop a haymaker on them. Just like that. 3ws.baileybaits.com. Get you some of these haymakers so you can start dropping some haymakers on these big old bass. That was awesome.